Now I started to do the scene. So first of all, we have to settle up our stuff here. I guess your brush size, and something. You have to remember that important how thick this brush is supposed to be. See, that's kind of not too thick, not too thin. It's for erase too. Same thing for erase. It's supposed to be too big or too small. Go to animation assistant, turn it on, and you'll see here on the bottom you see setting and add frame, which is shows. That is, we start really our animation. The first frame you see the blank frame, and we will start to draw first drawing. You can add, always click on add frame, go to frame per second 12 frames, and that's good enough for that kind of movement animation. Make a loop too, choose the loop, and we actually ready to do. Okay, first of all, very important thing, try to figure out the size of your character. Very scribble, very rough. You see, that's kind of the draw, and the distance or spacing for all that movement. The center of weight, you see the point in the middle of the ball. It's most important. Probably that's what it is. Shows really movement. The center always shows in the inertia of the character, slow in, slow out, and so on in the basic movement. In between these 2 points, it looks like a bit. You see, this better. Yeah. The lower one is a bit too high. It needs to be lowered down. Always remember kind of composition. Even you do an animation, you're supposed to think like artist. You're supposed to think like artist and think about composition. Yeah, it'll be better. Very scribble, very rough. Rough means real rough. Don't care about lines. Yeah, shadows on the ground on the right side. You see that, and you see the vertical lines. That will be connection between two extremes and two keys, upper keys and lower keys of the ball. So, okay, now think about keep the same amount of mass. Yeah, that's just a bit adjusted. Vertical line with center of weight supposed to be always be underlined, always, to make sure it's not going not left, not right. So that's what I do. After that, I actually do position for bounce off the ground. Yeah, again, center of the weight supposed to be on a vertical line. You see that, and what I do, always take care of this. It's way easier if you're thinking about this very important point about this position of center of weight, excuse me, on a straight line. So position next draw, it's I draw this position which is closer to the top one, kind of slow in position. Yeah. Very important, even you draw rough, but like I said, you try to keep same amount of mass all the time. Yep. And one more positions for slow in. Again, scribble, fast draw. Try to feel it. Also, when I draw that, I always thinking about not circle, but about ball shape. That's the ball. It's not a circle. Always think this way. If I think this way, I always produce, character in a shape in 3D feelings. And also, I don't care about lines, like I said in the beginning, because it's impossible to do two things together. It's not a good idea to draw at the same time to make animation. Very rough, very rough, very quick, but precisely try to feel slow in, slow out. Now I did slow out position, and next one. And always keep, you see, the center of weight on the line just a bit higher. The center of line weight, I'm sorry, center of weight a bit higher. Make it more weight. Yeah, try to feel try to feel that important thing, spacing. Now it's the last one. It's contact drawing when the ball contact the ground. Always I always draw kind of shadow to feel really what's happened. And you see that, check that animation. Looks fine. It works. And even the sun too. So if I'll do this like actually a bit faster, you see, and if I do in betweens, that'll be way smoother. But for that kind of movement to show and to feel how to work with this ball, it's enough. It's enough drawings, enough amount of drawings. It's enough speed. It's not necessary to do like 24 frames per second. Anyway, so now the next step, very important step, it's clean it up. Clean it up, clean lines. But always remember that it's not the circle, it's a ball. When I even put single line, I still supposed to remember. Yeah, in the same time, I try to adjust timing, some positions, make it 2 frames instead of 1, which is slow it down. This is positions on the top, needs to be more time, you'll see this is will be more how's it called, jump heavier, in weight. It gives feelings of weight, very important thing. That's timing. But timing and spacing all the time is really, I'll say, always work together like a pair. 2 bricks, very important bricks, spacing, timing. Yeah, I try to I try to adjust timing. It feels a bit too much on the top now. It looks like too much, and probably here, I start working with a small part on the ground. You draw, not you on the guy. I draw. Yeah, I draw the shadow to show the distance from the ball to the ground. Shadows, getting bigger when the ball is closer to the ground. So, final adjustment. Now easy part, just very quick. Show you how to clean it up. I clean it up. My stuff. Try to keep the line very roundish and the same thickness all around this ball. Think like a ball again. Think about center of line, center of weight. I'm sorry, center of weight. Very important too. Fix it that some curves, which is not really roundish. Fix it. But at the same time, try to keep that in the same amount of mass like I said before, and can do this very precise edges when I will put the color on the top of this. So, and yeah, continue to do this. It's actually, it takes time, but speed it up a bit. Yeah, takes time, but you need to be very patient. And you see this now, what we had before and what we have now. So, but so important thing, when you add on the top of this, when you add the color, color will give you more weight. And I just, click on the color, drag into this ball, you see, very easy, very simple. Change the color, this color is probably too dark. Yes, and you see now it's final animation. Very simple, but simple, it's very important to understand that I always use the principles of the ball in all my animation to feel the weight in all. Actually, gold era animators always remember that, always do this, always use this principle, which is really amazing and amazing to find that principle. Yep, that's basically it. And this is 3 stages. You see, first is very rough, very rough. You can see the difference between first drawings. Second one is cleaned up. It's way cleaner. So in the last one, you see the ball clean up, and after put the color in this. So some adjustment, color, try to feel it. But like I said, it's important thing to remember, keep the ball size very convenient, very easy to read on the screen, and good enough for that particular movement. It's very important. When you start it, when you start your animation, you're supposed to imagine what you will do and what the final will be in your animation. That's basically it. That's the point. That's the how I do this animation. First, second, and third stages I show you today.